In this lesson, we're going to be looking at area. Our objective: understand how to determine the area of a shape. Our vocabulary: area, amount of square units an object or shape takes up. So basically, we're looking at how many perfect squares we can fit in the shape, and the measurement depends on kind of what we're looking at. We're going to use coordinate planes, so our measurement will just be called units, or units square, or square units in this case. If you're using centimeters, you would call it square centimeters, inches, square inches, and you can get the pattern. So first we want to look at the basics of area. We're going to start with this triangle here. Well, one way is we could do a little bit of estimating and say, well, there's one square here, two, these ones kind of combine to make three, these ones kind of combine to make four. Or what we can do is triangles are half of a rectangle. So if I finish drawing the rectangle here, we can count up how many squares fill in the rectangle and then divide by 2, because that would be half. So the rectangle is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the rectangle is 8. So the triangle is 8 divided by 2, which is 4 squares. Now, for a square, we could just count up. So 4 square units. Always label. I didn't label there. For a square, if it's set up nicely, you can count the squares really easily. I have this one turned a little to make it a little bit more challenging. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to create a bigger square around it and then subtract some triangles. So what we now have is this bigger square here, and then we have 4 triangles that we're going to subtract, and then we'll be left with this red square. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we have 25 from our black one, and if you notice, each triangle is actually the exact same size, the triangles on the sides, so we only need to figure out one of them. Well, if we use our thought process here, we can create this rectangle right here and cut it in half, and then we know what the triangle is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this rectangle is 6, meaning the triangle is 3. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So we just times by 4, and we get 12. So if we subtract these 12 away, we're going to be left with what's in the middle, which would be 13 square units. Again, if you struggle with this, watch how I did this square. Typically, if the square is even up, then we can count it very simply. But if it's turned to the side, we have to kind of do a little bit of extra with it, or you can estimate. So then what we want to get to is that there are quicker ways to do these. There are formulas. The area formula for a square is A stands for area equals S stands for the side length squared. So an idea here would be, if you know the side length, you can just square it. So if the side length is 5, we know the area would be 5 squared, which is 25 square units. The reverse is also true if we know the area. So let's go with an easy one. 16 equals s squared. Well, to find s, the opposite of squaring is to square root. So we can just square root the 16 and find out S is 4. And that would be units, because we were looking for the side length, not the area. For a triangle, we have length times width divided by 2. Length times width is really the formula for a rectangle. And we just cut it in half for a triangle. So this has been a look at area. If there's any part of this that you didn't quite get or you need to see again, please pause, rewind, and rewatch, and bring your questions to class. Thank you.